Sometimes life can get you down. Feels like nobody's around. It's amazing what you find. Well, open your heart, but don't lock it up inside. And when it's dark, you gotta head towards the light. 'Cause you gotta live, laugh, get yourself above the blue, be proud to cry, sharing every moment inside. But remember, let it go. Spread your wings and let it blow. You're gonna fly. When it's cold and getting dark, feel the pounding of your heart. Just remember, take a breath, find the light and break through it. 'Cause you gotta live, laugh, get yourself above the blue, be proud to cry, sharing every moment inside. But remember, let it go. Spread your wings and let it blow. You're gonna gotta live, laugh, get yourself above the blue, be proud to cry, sharing every moment inside. But remember, let it go. Spread your wings and let it blow. You're gonna fly. You're gonna fly. You're gonna fly. You're gonna fly. You gotta live, laugh, get yourself above that blue. Woo! It's out. It's on the media. It's hit radio stations as we speak. Above the Blue. Very proud of that song. A song that's very close to my heart. Welcome to season number 2. We've had a bit of a hiatus with Coffee and Conversations, but I had a lot of people asking when will we be bringing the show back. And it's been a hard time for everyone over the last couple of years, especially us in the music industry. But look, everyone across the world is feeling the effects of COVID when it comes to our health, our business, our livelihood, and our mental stability. And the reason why I sort of held off was I suppose I was dealing with my own things that I had to deal with, which we do every day, and it's tough. And I've got to give credit to my family for giving me the support that is needed for me to get through this. And it's just one of those things. And wow, this camera is just zooming in and zooming out. I try not to move. But yeah, it's good to be back. It's good to be back creating that conversation. I especially wanted today to be the launch of the show again. We're going to try and run it once a month, or even more if we can, and just get that conversation happening. Talk to people, just normal everyday people, and see how they're going and how they deal with things like COVID and the workplace and where we're at. And tonight we've got a good friend of mine, Billy Handley, not just a friend, his family, him and his beautiful family are going to join us tonight as our guests to talk about what's going on down in Sydney, who have been just absolutely just hammered with this COVID. And, there's a light at the end of the tunnel for all of us. And we just want to talk about what's going on. I've got a lot of family and friends down that way and regional New South Wales, my mum and dad. Hopefully they're watching. And, it's just really proud of this show. And I started it with a good friend and workmate, Will Day, who was going to try and join us tonight for the show. But due to work commitments and family commitments, he's going to join us on a show later down the line. So I've got some great guests lined up for the show in the future, and can't wait to get them on and all that sort of stuff. So welcome to episode 1 of Coffee and Conversations. And I've just got to say, as I'm not a trained or qualified health worker, I'm a person that deals and faces depression and anxiety on a daily basis. And this is my story. And if anyone out there is in need of any help or knows somebody that has help, there's people they can contact, like Lifeline and Beyond Blue, and call them on 131114 is Lifeline. I'm seeing some of the people popping in. How you going, Beth Brown? How you doing? She's saying hello to Nelly. Levi and Diesel, I'll pass that on. It's great, to be back doing some live feeds about something more than just music. It's me in general. Last night I had the privilege of performing to a bunch of our local farmers in Esk for a mental health seminar and convention for the farmers, which we all know that they deal with what they have to deal with every day. Hope you've all got your coffee. Is it coffee? So it was a great gig. Me and Matty Beagley it was just amazing to hear stories from the farmers and just really good to see the representation that was there last night. Over a couple of hundred farmers there for the conference. And it was just really, really good to see a different side of what we're dealing with COVID and life in the rural aspect of Australia. And as we all know, the suicide rates are phenomenal across the board. And we've got to look at what's going to happen post COVID, and I think mental health is something that we need to start looking at and tackling now, is my opinion. There's so much pressure on us all to do what's right for everyone, and I think we really need to focus on what's right for ourselves. We all have opinions on what's going on out there, the vaccinations and all that sort of stuff, and I think we all just need to take a step back and just make decisions that are based on your own opinions and your own knowledge of what's going on and how you feel about it. I don't think we should push it onto people. What I choose to do is my business, and what you choose to do is your business. And either way, I'll still shake your hand, I'll still give you a cuddle, I'll still say good day to you, and it won't matter either side. And I think we really need to take a step back and focus on what the effects it's doing to people when we start pushing those sort of agendas and that sort of stuff on. Because, as we all know, Are You OK Day is today. And today is all about reaching out to our friends and family and asking, are they okay, which is something that I've always promoted that we should do every day. And we should always just check in on how they're going and really find out if they're doing okay. It's good to ask or send a text message, but I think today I spent a lot of time on the phone with some great friends just talking, but the good thing about Are You OK Day is something now we lead into our conversations, Are You OK? And it's such a great cause. And, you know, the statistics for all of those sort of things that, you know, I'm currently I've grown my hair for a while. As you can see, it's getting longer and longer. And this month we're raising money for the Black Dog Institution by wearing a mullet, which I'm going to talk to my good mate Billy soon about, because I met him when he had the long blonde hair and the shirt off on stage at Moncry B&S, and that was my first time meeting Billy when he was playing drums for Crash Avenue, and he's still donning that long hair and red beard. So it's not blonde, it's strawberry blonde, I think you'd call it. But we'll have a chat to him about it, try and get him on board, join the Thinned Mullet Heads team, raise a bit of money and awareness for mental health. Next month is October, which is October's month for mental health. There's walks, there's all this stuff that we can all do and join and be a part of, those sort of things. But the statistics are incredibly large, and I'm really worried. The song Above the Blue was written with the focus of a younger generation and where they're at. And I think we need to really focus on the next generation. We sit down with our kids nearly every night around the dinner table and ask how they're going and how their day was, and create a conversation with them to be able to talk to us about having a good day or a bad day, if they've been bullied or all that sort of stuff. And, sadly, it's moments like Dolly, that story that we look at and go, we do have to communicate with our kids. And, the statistics say 8 people take their lives every day. I'm not too sure of the demographics of that, but 8 people every day in Australia, they take their life. And from every one of those deaths, suicide, there's probably 30 people that attempt suicide. And 89% of the population say that they've known someone who's attempted suicide. So that those figures are huge. And when you look at it, 8 people a day, that's way too many, and it's 8 too many. And we really want to sort of push that on this show. It's all about just having that conversation. It's there's no real agenda with this other than talking to real people about real life and real jobs and all that sort of stuff. So incredibly proud. And Above the Blue has hit the radio stations, a song I wrote and released 4 years ago on a charity album for Beyond Blue. And I think it's just timing now to release it as a major single for me through Checkered Label. Will Osland and the guys there have released it with them, and get it out to radio and get that message shared and put out there to everyone. Hey, Kaz Johnson, how you doing? Folks, please make a comment. Let people know you're here. Let us know about anything that you'd like us to talk about. Ask us questions. Go on to Coffee and Conversations Facebook page, like it, follow it, join us, share stuff that even if there's statistics you would like to share, please just put it in the comments as part of the show. We'd really appreciate it. And it's good to know that people are out there watching and enjoying what we're doing. I'm trying to watch a couple of screens in. Troy Blanchford, hey, brother, from Newcastle. You guys have, I'm not too sure. I don't watch the news. It's something that I've stopped doing a long time ago and stayed away from getting absorbed by what's happening around us, and just focusing on what I had to focus on here in the house and myself. And as a lot of you know, 90% of my work was in New South Wales. So pretty much my year of gigs disappeared pretty quick, and it was tough. And I did sort of slip into moments of not a good place. And I had events that I was invited to that actually involved mental health. An art exhibition that I got a photo in called Portraits of a Man. with photos of men that are dealing with depression, suicide, all that stuff. And I couldn't attend the launch because I was just in one of those moments where I just couldn't face anyone and had to deal with what I had to deal with. And it was, it's sad that happens, but it does happen, and it happens to all of us. And we need to, I suppose, own it and talk about it and get above it and get yourself above that blue and move forward. And as I'm doing now, this is the best healing mechanism for me in my life, other than my family, who are just amazing support. Nelly and my three boys, Clay, Levi and Diesel, are just fantastic support. And they know when I'm going into those moments. And, when I can see worry in Mel's face means I've gone a bit deeper than I normally do and got to get myself out of it. So, it's great. It's good to chat. So thanks very much, Kaz. I appreciate that. And I appreciate the support that I get from a lot of people around me, from my music and stuff like that. Like last night, or we did a couple of festivals and at Kilkeven there a couple of weeks back, and just people coming up and having conversations with me because I know my story, and it just makes me proud that I know that I'm creating those conversations. So, yeah, that's why we're here now, and just looking forward to putting on another good show and all that sort of stuff, and getting back out and gigging, which I've got a great list of gigs that are coming out very soon. Taking me all over Queensland for the first time in a long time. Travelling right up to Cairns at the end of this month for Savannah Festival, and I've got Early Beach Music Festival and a lot of other shows. I'm back here in my hometown of Maloney for the first time this year, and which is fantastic. That was, we're slowly getting the ball rolling up here, and just pray for New South Wales and all the other states to start rolling along as well. So, but I'm gonna shoot you to just a little thank you to a couple of people that are behind the show, and I wouldn't be able to do this show without their support. Are you okay, Dave? Are we all okay? Let us know in the comments down here. As I said before, let us know what you're thinking. You can talk to each other. You can do all of that sort of stuff. Today was exceptionally a hard day for me as well. One, I'm releasing a song that is very close to my heart. I'm supporting Are You OK Day. I'm growing my mullet to raise money for Black Dog Institution. But also today, it was 4 years ago that I lost my sister. And I just want to send my love out to my mum and my dad, who I know my mum would be having a hard time today, and not being able to be down there with her to, give her a hug and show her that I love her. It's pretty hard. And, we're a very close family. My sister was a massive support of my music and just loved country music. Big fan of Troy Casadale and Adam Harvey. And just an all-round genuine good person. And she suffered severely with just having a mind blank with diabetes, and sadly it beat her in the end, and we lost her 4 years ago. So I would just love to, if you can bear with me, I just want to pay a bit of a tribute for her. I'm sure I've got it here. Yeah, there it is. A tribute to my sister. This is something I did for her 4 years ago. The song was a song that was one of her favorites, but it's a song that actually rings true to now, to what's going on in our lives now. And when you see people with that sad eyes. Just have a think that what they're going through in their lives, and even if it's a stranger, reach out and let them know that they're not alone.
You with the sad eyes, don't be discouraged. Oh, I realize it's hard to take courage. A world full of people, you can lose sight of it all. Darkness inside you can make you feel small. Show me a smile then. Don't be unhappy, can't remember when I last saw you laughing. This world makes you crazy, and you've taken all you can bear. Just call me up, and I'll always be there, and see your true colors shine through. I see your true colors, and that's why I love you. So don't be afraid to let them show your true colors. True colors are beautiful. I see your true colors shining through. I see your true colors, and that's why I love you. Don't be afraid to let them show your true colors. Your true colors are beautiful. Like a rainbow. I can't remember when I last saw you laughing. No, 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 no. This world makes you crazy, taking all you can bear. Just call me up, 'cause I'll always be there to see your true colors shining through. I see your true colors, and that's why I love you. So don't be afraid to let them show true colors. True colors are beautiful. Ooh, like a rainbow. Ooh, like a rainbow.
Ooh, yeah, tough one. All the photos there are of my family and her wedding, and her nephews and nieces and stuff like that. it's yeah, she's missed very dearly. She was an amazing soul, and I know she'd be rocking it up there with Elvis. She was a huge Elvis fan, and she'll be definitely rocking it up there. Okay, I think it's time we get that strawberry blonde drummer on. My good friend, he's a builder by trade, runs a business with his dad or his family called Adstyle Home Additions. So if you're looking at building upwards, not outwards, he likes tall, skinny things. Just ask Stacey. Contact him there. He's an amazing drummer. He's my good friend. He's a brother. He's not a friend. He's family. Let's bring him in. Hey, Billy.
Tall, skinny things. Yeah, good on you, mate. How are you, mate?
I just thought of that when, that's Stacey. How's things, mate?
Good, mate. Yeah, good, man. Thanks for having me on. What a beautiful tribute.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, I never got to meet Karen, man. Like, I really wish I had of. Just like the rest of your family, yourself, and your mum and dad, they've always made me feel so much like part of the Finleys, and I really wish I had met her and yeah, got to meet her. It would have been awesome.
Oh, mate, she would have loved you guys. She was definitely a character. She loved every part of what I did with the music, and every band member I had, it becomes family.
Sure.
She would, she'd have them stay over, and if they're ever coming through and wherever she lived, she'd put them up for as long as they needed, and she just loved that whole life of the music, and she just loved everyone around my music, and yeah, she's just a great person, and we miss her dearly, and I'm not too sure if mum's on watching. I just got to scroll through and just say a few. Hey, Keith and Marlene, how you doing? Kerry Hillen, Natalie McPherson, it was an awesome to come down and do the last Are You OK Day. I think it was the last one we were able to do before we had COVID. Malaby, old football mate from the way back in the Breadbow Barbarians Day. How you going, Malaby? Thanks for joining me. Renee McAlphin, I hope you're doing well there in Northern Rivers. Look forward to catching up with you soon. Stacey Ann, beautiful tribute. There's that tall, long, skinny thing, mate. That just left me messy. Sorry, Stace.
I'm getting knocks at the door.
Yeah. Well, is she going to join us tonight?
I don't know who we got. Hey.
While Billy's doing that, Leslie Smith from Grafton. Hey, buddy. All of these people, thank you so much for your support. We've got, who is it?
Who's that?
Hello.
Uncle Cole. Say hi, Cole.
Hey, Scarlett, how you doing?
You good? You just had dinner.
Yum, what'd you have?
Chicken rice and scrambled eggs.
What? She's like looking down. What's he doing?
Yeah, you want to go see Mum? You want to wait here? Okay, you can wait here.
You can wait here. So, Billy, how's Sydney? How's it going down there, mate? You guys have let's talk about the building industry. It was such a funny time. Like what we were, I don't know much about what was going on. As I said before, I've stayed out of the news, but what I did hear was the whole, COVID clusters were all being put on tradesmen and all this sort of stuff, which would have made it, like you guys got shut down.
Yeah, we got shut down for 2 weeks. The construction industry got shut down for 2 weeks. And then nothing really, like the numbers didn't change, and it was supposed to be for a month, and that got brought back to 2 weeks. But it was a tough 2 weeks, and then trying to get the government's implementing all these COVID like requirements for each job site. You got to have QR codes, and everyone's got to check in, and it was really a lot of work from the Adstyle, from the company's team to actually pull that together and get that going for when that 2 weeks ended, to actually be able to go back to work for one. But then the LGAs, the local government areas that were of concern as well. And I'm actually in one of those. So to comply, you had to have like your first dose, plus you got to get tested every 72 hours. with a and then so you could leave the LGA so I could go to work. So it was okay for a week trying to work from home as a construction manager, but not being able to go to site and make sure things are getting done properly and on time, and when trades, contractors say they're going to be there, they're showing up, and you still can only have with our company, because all our customers live on site. We build first floor additions. They all live on site basically. So we can't have any communication or any contact with them. So try and do that. It's really hard.
Yeah, that's crazy, because you're not on the tools anymore. This is your dad's business, is that right?
Yeah, so it's my dad and his business partner. So my dad's the builder. I'm not actually a builder. I'm a glorified carpenter. But yeah, so I'm the supervisor. But yeah, it's my dad's and his business partner, Tim Hookins. So he's the architect in the business, and Dad's the builder. So they've been in business for it'd be knocking on 40 years. So it's a fantastic business and great, very well run, and it's very family orientated. My brother's he's in quoting and estimating now. We were both construction managers, and we've both built up from being apprentices in the business all the way through to where we are now. And my other brother, Bo, he also did his apprenticeship through Adstyle, but he's moved to Canada, and he bought a one-way ticket, and he seems pretty comfortable over there. So, but yeah, it is very family orientated. Dad's business partners, his daughter's in the business, so it is a very family orientated business, and yeah, it is good, but it has been and still is very tough to actually get progress on site. But as long as there's progress on site, whether how fast or slow it is, it's better than not being able to do anything, which we had nothing for 2 weeks was really tough, both mentally, physically. Like, yeah, it's really hard to just be cooped up. I mean, we're on you've been to our place. We're on some acreage, so we're absolutely blessed and very fortunate to be where we are. But yes,
do you think that's helped?
Wow, that's hard.
Yeah. Did you think having the acreage helped? So someone that was doing what you're doing, living in a 1-bedroom unit, it'd be just crazy, yeah?
That is, they need like medals, trophies. That would be so tough. Having the acreage, mate, is, like I said, like, I got home today and Scarlett was driving her little car down the driveway, and Clay's on his balance bike, racing me down the driveway, 500-meter driveway. Who's got a 500-meter driveway? We're so lucky.
Yeah.
And it's good. They can just let off steam. We can go out, Stacey. She's got our horses here, and we've got bikes. But to not have that and be told you can only go outside to do those activities for 1 hour. I mean, they've lifted that now. There's no restriction to that now, but that was implemented for quite some time, and that is just hard.
So, on a business level, like, where do you think, like, New South Wales has just absolutely been, Victoria's the same, as a business, the building industry sort of had it all right during the first round of COVID, when but this second time it's hit you guys.
Yeah.
How do people in a business get above this now? Like, what would be your advice to people to help out the coffee shop owners or hairdressers and all of those smaller business and stuff like that, and even yourselves? Like, the building industry is probably, you guys lost a lot of money. I know, you guys deal with bigger projects, so it's bigger money that's getting lost every day. But everyone's losing lots of money across the board. What would you say to people that what could they do?
They have kind of put a date on this Freedom Day or whatever it is. Mid-October, they're saying they're going to open everything up, and I just encourage everyone to get out and support these local businesses. But yeah, back to where the first lockdown, I didn't feel too much of a pinch from the first lockdown. And then everyone kind of relaxed when everything was opening up again. I was able to travel up to Queensland. The borders were opened, and And then this second lockdown's been real tough. It's been it's been completely different. But yeah, hopefully to get it's eerie driving around. It's really strange. Everything's shut. Shops are shut. Shopping centres are all just like deserted. But get out and support these local businesses if they open their doors. Like a lot of them aren't going to be able to reopen their doors. That's just fact, and it's really sad because it's their livelihood. They've put all their heart and soul into these businesses and then unable to reopen. Like what are they? I don't know what they're going to do. I feel for them. I feel for everybody that's gone through it. It's tough. It's really everyone's got a story, and you touched on that on your intro. Everyone. Just when you think it's tough, like that person next to you's got a story as well. So everyone's just got to be patient and have an understanding that everyone's doing it tough in some way, shape or form. And Are You OK Day is a great day to reiterate and call someone that's, that needs a chat. Even if you don't think they need a chat, they may need a chat.
I totally agree, mate. It's I think Are You OK Day should be Are You OK Year. It's something that should happen every day. And on a positive note, that I think most people are doing that now. It's pretty tough. And mate, look, I know how I felt when I lost all my work down south. You work a lot as a drummer, so. You're consistently working nearly, you're not working all week, but you're doing gigs on a Wednesday or a Thursday, and then you're touring with bands like myself and Will Day. And, like Will Day, for example, he had his major album tour. There was something like 28 shows, has been reduced down to 4.
Yeah.
You were a part of that tour, as well as at the end of this month, you're flying up to be with the Savannah Festival with me and Will. Luckily, we actually got a run of gigs together. I think we did 2 shows over the Anzac weekend this year, which was great to be able to do that. But it sort of sucks. How are you dealing with that?
That's where I think I've struggled the most, to be honest, Cole. It was, like I said, the first lockdown. Playing like the first lockdown, we were like, we were due to move to Queensland. May last year, we were booked. We had a house lined up, removalists booked in. I was leaving my dad's business, family business, which I'd been a part of since leaving school. Like Stacey was leaving her dream job. Now we decided to stay back due to COVID. And now this second round has hit, and it's hit a lot harder, and I've lost a lot more gigs. So, I mean, financially, I'm definitely feeling the pinch more from this lockdown. And we share calendars. So, and I just see cancellation after cancellation after cancellation. So, I mean, we have spent a lot of time on the phone, you and I, just calling each other and just checking in and chatting, and because we're both up at silly hour in the morning. But it is hard, and a lot of the bands that I play with and events that I do, like Lily Road, Greg Byrne from Lily Road and the White Tree, the wedding industry is just copped it. Like Greg, I'm so lucky he fills my calendar up with gigs, and they're all gone. And I'm so lucky that I've got a full-time job, and I check in with Greg every now and then, just say, like, how are you going? Like, that's effectively his income, is playing wedding gigs, organizing bands for weddings, and there's no weddings. So I check in with him all the time to make sure he's doing all right. And he's very positive. He's a very good operator. Same with Tuddy at the White Tree. They're both really good guys. And but yeah, it is seeing that headline come up today that mid-October New South Wales will be 70% double dose and everything's going to be lifted. It's definitely it's going to be, if that's going to happen, it's going to be a huge weekend of just people getting out, celebrating, being able to get out and do what they love. And music's healing, like both from a performance view and a viewing view, and a viewer watching. Like we need it. We need entertainment back.
We do very much so, and I suppose I get what they're doing with this vaccination push that they're doing now to try and get people to cross that line into vaccination and freeing us up to be able to do what we do. I do not. I don't sort of support it. I think people should choose what they've got to do, and we'll open when we need to open, and we just got to deal with that, I suppose. I think we're just going to have to learn to live with COVID, and we are learning to live with it. And you guys, by the sound of it, you're just going to be opening up on the 18th of October and dealing with what happens from that,
See what happens. I think that's probably kind of that's been their agenda the whole time, to try and get as many people vaccinated, so we can do that and move forward and get these smaller businesses opened and functioning and working and people out socializing. Having an 18-month-old and a 3-year-old, Scarlett, she was just in here. It's when you send them to kindy, like they come back so much more intellect. And it's so important for our kids to get back to schools and playing with their friends, and they're just missing out on all of that. And it's so important for the younger generation to get that social sociability out there again. It's key. You can't just sit
totally
and all that kind of thing. Like, it's not healthy.
I'm getting a few comments here saying they can't hear you, but I don't know if they can hear you now or not. But a few people may just turn yourself up, I suppose. I don't know.
We'll see how we go with that.
It's my mum wrote it. Can't hear Billy. Mum, turn your hearing aid up. That's better. You've just come up. Karen Lindsay says hello.
Kaz. Love Kaz.
Andrew Greenwood, hey mate, how you going? Lot of comments here. Yeah, it's been tough for a lot of people and everyone across the board. It's tough and all that stuff, mate. Your beautiful wife Stacey, she's with the Mounted Police. How's it been going for her, mate? Like, it's there's been a lot of stuff going on with the protest and the guy that punched the horse, and there's it must be tough for her to just go do her job. Like, she's just going to, she's like someone that's going and pumping fuel. It's her job. Like, she's going there to protect and serve. Yeah. But she's, there's so much anti-police out there, and it must be hard for her on a daily basis to go to work knowing that she's going to possibly face, all of that. And how's she going?
She's solid. She's unbelievable. At home, like, she's just awesome. She's such a good foundation for the kids, myself, like the family. She's amazing, and she does, her and all her work colleagues across all the police force. Like, they just put up with so much. And at the end of the day, they're at these protests to allow these protests to be done safely, and they just get turned on. And it's not everyone there protesting that turns on them, but it's just that minority that fuels it, and then it just it gets out of hand, and then horses get punched and pot plants get thrown at horses, and it's outrageous. But Stacey is she's incredible. I'm a lucky man, and our kids are very lucky to have her as well. And she does.
Well, mate, we thank her for what she does. It's a tough job, and they're in the front line of it. Our nurses, our doctors, and all those people are in the front line of a lot of hate and a lot of I think misunderstood knowledge. I'm no expert, and it's only my opinion, but I find it very tough to, and even people close to me in businesses that aren't the police have had, and I can't name who they are, but have had people forcing their opinion on them and segregating them from their business and saying we're not going to come back if you do get vaccinated or you don't get vaccinated. And it shouldn't be this way. It shouldn't have venues and places shouldn't put up signs saying, you know, you're welcome if you're vaccinated or not. It shouldn't have to come to that. People should be able to just be able to walk into a shop not feeling. And, you know, I hope people start feeling the sense of what our Indigenous cultures were like 50 years ago, because that's the segregation that they were getting back then in Australia and in America. And it's funny, it's coming full circle, but it's about vaccinations now. It's crazy. And, you know, anyway, I want to get off that subject because it's something that I'm not knowledgeable in, and I'm not a scientist. Yes, I am a musician. Yes, I do want to get working, but people just choose to do what you want to do for yourself, but keep it to yourself. That's all I'm going to say. I don't want to end up having this show as the anti-vax or pro-vax show, because I'm not either. It's the fence-sitting show.
The fence-sitting show.
It's a fucking good. Oh, I just swore. It's a good fence to sit. I don't have a cowbell. So, mate, what's? I suppose you don't have any plans. Like you really can't plan anything now at the moment.
Music-wise, or just everything-wise?
Well, pretty much music, really. Like.
Yeah, I mean, I was supposed to play a show this weekend with some awesome musos, with Barry Leaf, Pete Northcote, and Victor Rounds. You know, it was going to be a great show, and that's just gone. It's funny, like when it first kicked in, it was like you would ring, hey, is the show cancelled? But now I just look at my calendar and go, oh, that would have been fun. Oh, that would have been awesome. Oh, I would have been up in Hunter Valley this weekend for a wedding, and then Cole, you know, but you just look at it and go, oh, yeah, that would have been fun. But now I'm not going to be able to go.
Yeah.
And yeah, like you said, there is no planning. Like there are some gigs that have been booked November, December and stuff, but lots of postponements, you know, which for the wedding gigs, you know, these postponements are now basically those guys like these wedding band industry, the wedding band industry, they've got gigs booked in. This is prime time for them to have gigs booked in, but now they're being postponed and they're filling up the dates for next year. So basically they don't make any money this year.
Yeah.
Because the postponements are filling up the calendar for next year's new bookings. So I really feel for the wedding industry guys particularly, because one, they feed themselves, but they feed so many working musicians in Sydney, Melbourne, Brisbane, all over the country at the moment.
Wow. No, it is tough, mate. You know, you're looking at venues, you're looking at a production hire, you're looking at caterers, you're looking at like there's such a big industry overall when it comes to festivals and wedding event planners and all of those people that you know, we're all out of work, and you're right, 90% of them, it's their full-time income. My full-time income is music, so basically I've learned how to mow the lawn. I've filmed a few cooking shows that will be coming up later, and I haven't been very successful because, you know, not too many. A lot of people know how to cook toast, so they, you know, it's not a required viewing. But
you butter the toast before you put it in the toaster. That's the key.
Oh, I've not done that. If I do and I burn the house down, I'm sending them to you, mate. Let's talk about mullets.
Mullets.
How long have, mate? I've known you for how long now? Like, we've known each other 10 years.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, it would be. It was I did a couple of Moncarais, and then yeah, I think. Yeah, it'd be 10. It'd got to be 10. Yeah. It might, maybe even more, possibly more.
So,
yeah,
mate, I've never known you with short hair. I've never, and I've got to say, like looking but like, I'm catching you, brother.
Yeah, I don't know.
I guess
if you pull the curls out, you might end up down near your waist somewhere.
I know. I've got the comments are good about my curls. Like, oh, do you use rollers? And I'm like, no, that's just natural. just like the color. Like it's
great. Hair is just straight
natural.
Straight red.
Mate, I'm straight grey, gunmetal grey.
Dyed grey, obviously.
Oh, well, you can tell by the bloody the line there. Yeah, I've married a hairdresser. She wants to cut it. She's like, oh my God, I don't want you to have a mullet. So we're going to raise money for the Black Dog Institute. I've created a team, and you can see on the bottom of the screen there is the link for anyone that wants to join our team and raise a bit of money for the Black Dog Institute. Join the team. What you raise goes into the pool, and as a team, you know, we can become the #1 team in Australia for raising money for the Black Dog. You don't actually have to you can wear a wig, take a photo, and, you know, you just got to wear that wig every day for this month. That's all. Or if you have got long hair and you want to join us, you don't have to cut it. I am gonna do it. I'm gonna get Noel to give me. I think I'm gonna shave up the sides and leave it long. Leave it long.
What's that show? Gladiator, not Gladiator. Oh man, come on, Cole. You know this show. Oh,
what is it? A TV show?
Yeah, the show where they're all. Oh, what's the
Survivor?
No, Survivor.
That's a TV show. Are you talking about the movie?
No, I'm talking about the show where they've got the Ragnar, whatever his name is, Ragnar.
Oh, the Vikings.
The Vikings.
Yes, Gladiator. The Vikings.
Gary, that's
I'll get tattoos put up the side of my head.
Saying I love Billy.
Yeah, you know, drummer, Billy. Yeah, no, I love that. But I think is Diesel home yet? Because Diesel's part of the team. He's got a cracking mullet. He's a huge fan of the Penrith Panthers, and the halfback Nathan Cleary sent him a birthday message, which was amazing. If Nathan is watching, because of course he would be, because it'd be one of his favourite shows, watching me talk.
That was cool, Cole. That was very cool.
Come here, buddy. He's just been at football training. He's rocking the mullet. Shake your head, buddy. Look at the camera.
Yeah.
Look at the camera. So the camera's up there. You got to. Yeah, that's it. Now shake it. Shake the mullet. Get it going. Look at that. He's got the mullet. So he's part of the Finns mullet heads. Hey, aren't you?
Yeah.
So we're going to take some photos, and I can shake the mullet. So, all right, buddy. Go in your shower. How was training? Good?
Yeah. I didn't have my mouth guard.
Oh, okay.
Still had to do like 35 push-ups.
Oh, 35 push-ups. That's like 5 more than me.
So,
All right, buddy. Love you. Well, Bill Starr, it's coming at that time of the night, mate, where I let you go back to your beautiful family. Thanks so much for joining us, hey? It's just really good to have a conversation about just life in general, mate. You know, just it's good to see your face too, man. Got the drum kit behind you there. Have you been doing any? So you did a fair few. Is it Cooking with Baz?
Yeah, Cooking with Barry. Yeah, so Barry Leaf, he's phenomenal. He invited me onto to be part of his show. It's just great fun. We were recording isolated last pandemic, and then this pandemic we've been recording at before this pandemic we ended up recording at his house, which was cool. But now that came to a screaming halt when Sydney got out of hand. So we haven't recorded anything for a while, but I'm definitely looking forward to doing something, maybe post October 18. We'll get back in and do something. But yeah, it's amazing playing with those guys. They're just such fantastic musicians and awesome guys.
And have you done any like recording yourself with the drummings and stuff that people can go onto your, so Bang On Drummings is your...
Yeah, I actually did create a Facebook page, music bang. I think Billy Handley drumming or music or something, and it's got like 3 people following it. But I just, because this second pandemic, I was like, oh, I'm going to get right into this. I'm going to record lots, but the building industry just has been so busy. I've just been so busy.
That coffee's got bones in it.
But the building industry just took off, and I literally didn't play drums for so long. And then I did a little video the other day. I said to Stacey, I've got to go and play some drums. I'm losing it. She goes, yep, I agree. Go and play some drums. So I did, and put up a little a cover of a Bruno Mars tune, which was a bit of fun. But yeah, I want to do more of that. I want to get involved in more of that, doing more of that. I would love to do something with you soon, mate. It would be cool to kind of do some sort of ISO recording thing. We pick a song and I don't know. Be cool.
Well, mate, the whole plans of the new album it's coming together, and I'm thinking, how am I going to juggle Billy into that album? And it would be a cool little thing. And I know it's probably been done where the players are all recording in different parts of the country, and because we've got Baxter who's stuck in Grafton. Yourself in Sydney. So basically,
tuned in. Hey, man.
All the and he's on here now. Matty Beagley and me have been sort of fronting the band, and I've got like the kick drum representing you.
Don't talk about that.
Well, I should have took a photo because I've got your face on it.
You don't even need a microphone on it now.
I've got a few people sending a few more messages, mate. They're bagging our hair. Baxter's on. Says, hey guys, I'm on, guys.
Brad.
Gary, Stacey,
Bianca. Hey.
Oh, are you talking about me with short hair behind me, Stacey? That's Nelly. Behind me there. Or you're talking about this one here? Yeah. The curls are great. Distinguishing. Keith and Marlene say everyone's hair is grey now because they can't get to the hairdresser. Make a booking at Nelly's. Karen Lindsay says we need a Pantene commercial for both of us. What does mine look greasy? It does actually. And Mum said she turned up her hearing aids, but she still can't hear. So,
hey.
I've got one of Diesel's football mates' mums on here saying their son's got a mullet. He has got a cracking mullet tie. And she says hello to Diesel. Everyone's saying hello, Diesel. Now he's the star. Brad Heffernan says g'day. Good to see our faces. It's pretty bad when
so keen for one of his seafood platters up at Tamworth again.
And what about the curry? Was it the crock pot curry? He'll be with us to Tamworth.
Fantastic.
Oh, she's saying you with short hair. Where's your pinboard with the photo of you with short hair?
You must have a photo. Shit. I mean, whoop.
That's all right. It's after kids' bed. Kids should be in bed now. But look, mate, it's just good to just gab with you, mate. And this is what the show's all about. It's just talking about crap. And well, it's not crap. I didn't mean to say that. It's serious stuff. And the conversation is what it's all about. It's just creating that conversation and letting people know to talk. And as I said before, get on, share your comments. Let us know what you're thinking. And here's one from Baxter laughing. Anya Levi. Hey, Diesel. Hey, Donna Marie. She's late, but we're running a bit late ourselves, Donna. We should be finished in about 3 minutes. But no, it's a serious thing we've got to talk about, mate. Thanks so much for joining me. I really, it was fun, mate. It was just good to have you on.
Big kudos to yourself, mate. You're always, supporting everyone and everything. If you could support everyone, I know you would. But for as long as I've known you, you've always been a big advocate for mental health, and it's so important to talk. Sometimes you don't even think that you need to talk, but then we'll have one of our conversations while I'm driving to work, and sometimes you just need it. It's good. You got to talk. People have got to talk. You can't just bottle that stuff up.
Well, the thing is that the whole stigma of what men in particularly, it's hard to sort of know what women do, but I know women communicate a little bit better and find it easier to probably say what's going on in their lives. But men tend to find it very hard to say, oh shit, I had a bad day, or I had a fight with my missus, or something's going on. And we need to do that. We need to not worry about what the subject matter is. It's about just getting it off your chest. And what Lifeline is all about is to give you that person that is not judgmental, not someone that you feel if you tell them something that's personal, you can let it all out, and get on the Lifeline 131114. If you know somebody that needs help or think that they need to talk to somebody, and if you need to talk to somebody yourself, that tool is there for us to use. And as the biggest thing for me with this show is to teach people how to communicate with people that have depression. That's the biggest thing. People go, I don't know how to approach my mate who I feel could be suicidal or could be, and have anxiety or depression. And I really want people to, this show represents how, like me and you have just had a conversation. It's easy as that, sure. Because we've had that conversation, and at the end you've brought up about how we spoke on the phone and how it made you feel. Yeah. And it's as easy as that. It's as easy as just sitting and
talk about, why you might be feeling down or stressed or under pressure at work, but just to talk to somebody else about, just stuff, because everyone has a story. Everyone has a different story. And just when you think that you're at rock bottom, someone's doing a lot worse, and you might end up helping that person by just reaching out for help. So it's so important to just communicate with everybody around you, family, friends, and anyone that you think may need a chat.
Mate, I agree. Got a couple more people saying we're in late. Keep talking.
Cole, you love talking. Come on.
Well, mate, you can't stop me when I get rolling. Karen Lindsay, your good friend, who does an amazing job in the industry from Little Sparrow PR, a good friend of ours. She managed you guys when you were in Stone Parade. When I first started doing the live show, she said, "You've got to keep it in an hour, Cole. Keep it engaged." And every time I blow it out to an hour and a half or an hour and 15, and she gave up after telling me a couple of times. And if regardless on the amount of people that are watching right now, it's about the people that will watch afterwards and having that message out there. And that's what it's about. And so Angie Maxwell, hello. Davinia, it is very hard to find people that are non-judgmental. I agree, but the fact is we shouldn't stop looking regardless, and we shouldn't try and hold back from talking to people. People need to stop being judgmental. People need to stop. I think what we need to do is get off computers. And here I am saying this while I'm webcasting. Take time off the computer and actually socialize physically. I think we're really losing contact with physical sociable activities. I love going to the football on a Saturday and catching up with all the parents and saying good day. Even if we're not standing there having full conversation, it's a fact of just going there and just saying good day and having that contact of real people. I think we need to stop this whole attacking people on social media. What else have we got here?
Karen.
Who's that?
Kaz, you're you guys are legends. Talk away.
See, and she's still watching after an hour.
Karen's incredible. I've got to say, Karen, I've known Karen for a long time now. Through the Stone Parade days. She's an amazing woman, and I've got so much respect for Karen and what she does for the industry, and her artists. If anyone's lucky enough to work with her, Cole, she is an incredible woman, inspiring. Yeah, her story.
Mate,
Everyone's got a story.
She's incredible. And I had an amazing conversation, which was going to be a 5-minute call with her today, just to throw something at her. It ends up being an hour because we start talking about everything around us and life and what's going on. And same deal, even though, when we talk, I get off the phone feeling great. I get off feeling empowered and like away. And even though we're just talking, 90% of it's just shit. Like it's just taking the mickey out of each other. It makes you feel great. And, I just like now I'm enjoying it. It just puts a smile on my face. And like 5 minutes before the show, I said to Nell, I said, "Oh man, I get so nervous before this, And then I walk off and I'm pumped. I go up there and I'm in the kitchen and I go, woo! And I had 5 people watch me, woo!
No, it's good.
It's
man. I love everything you do. It's great.
Mate, look, I'm so looking forward. I so miss you guys. I miss Stace and the kids, and I know Nelly and Levi and Diesel miss you guys incredibly as well. And we miss everyone. We're missing Mick and everyone that's associated. Miss my mum and dad, who's on here now bantering at us. Karen's written 13 years. I've known each. You've known Karen for 13 years, mate.
Wow, feels longer. Why does it feel longer? Wow.
Well, that's probably what she's thinking too, Billy. Davinia, thank you so much, and I agree. We are in a society that is very. It can be racially motivated. It could be. It's crazy times. We just need to take a step back. Take a step back. I think that's going to be the motto. Take a step back and just think about who you're talking to and what they're going through in their lives. And I think we'll understand a little bit more. And mate, I'm going to let you get back to your family. Thanks so much, Billy. Love you, brother.
Awesome, man.
And we'll talk soon. We'll get you back on when we got Will Day on the show.
Will who? Will who?
Yeah. He's not watching. He hasn't come on to say he's watching, but I know he is watching. Like
he'll be watching. I'll get a message. I'm sure I'll get a message.
All right, mate. You take care, brother.
Thanks so
Talk
much.
soon, mate. See you, champion.
See ya.
Thanks so much, everyone, for just being a part of the show. Joining me for Episode 1, Season 2 of Coffee and Conversations. I want this to grow, so please, if you could share it, like it, follow it, let your friends know. Let's get that message out there. If you'd like to be a part of the show, I don't care what you do in life, what evolves around in your life, shoot us an email. Let us know that you'd like to be a part of the show at admin@proudandtrue.com. Shoot us an email. Come on and have a chat. Let's talk about just life in your neighborhood and what's going on, and let's get that conversation started. Remember, if you know somebody that might need help, or if you need to have a chat with somebody, ring Lifeline at 131114. It's a great service and totally anonymous and all that sort of stuff. So massive big shout out to Are You OK? The organisers, what a great concept. Just make sure you check on your mates and your friends and family and make sure that they're okay. Next month, Mental Awareness Month is October. There's a lot going on with walks and all that sort of stuff. So get involved in it. Go for a walk and just create that conversation with people like that. And if you want to join our Team Black Dog, the Finns Mullet Heads, with me and Billy, grow a mullet, raise some money from the Black Dog Institution. Join us on the link that's below. So again, thanks so much to everyone for being a part, coming on and watching the show. I'm in a lot. Thanks, Karen. Thanks, Kerry. Thanks, Bianca. the Carnabys, young Billy Carnaby down in Grafton plays drums as well. They've been in lockdown. He's missed out on shows with us as well. Serena Heffernan, how you going? Keith, everyone that's joined us tonight, thanks so much for joining us. And I'm going to go out with the title track song to the show. Wishing you all the best. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay strong, and remember, don't let that coffee go cold. And I'll see you next month.
1 in 5 Australians suffer from mental health issues. Each year, there are around 3,000 Australian deaths by suicide. Someone you know might need you to just reach out and ask, is everything okay? Someone you know.
Hey, bud.
Just ring to see how you're going. I thought you were calling around for a cuppa.
Give us a call back, mate. Starting to get a bit worried about you, eh? All right, mate. Talk to you then.
As I put the kettle on, I think of what I'll say. Many years have passed between what we call the good old days. We were two boys in school, you couldn't tear us apart. Skipping class and being fools, all the good times that we had. I hope I get to hear from you before our story folds. I hope I get to spend some time before we both grow and the coffee goes cold. The coffee goes cold before the coffee goes cold. Rain rolls down an old stained glass, like the memories that we had. I roll myself a cigarette and I wait for you. My doorbell never rang, so I pulled myself a cup. The kettle boiled 1,000 times, we didn't get that chat. I hope I get to hear from you before our story folds. I hope I get to spend some time before we both grow and the coffee goes cold. Yeah, the coffee goes cold before the coffee goes cold. Buried my old friend today, I didn't get to say goodbye. Didn't get no time to share the coffee, but we did try. The only time I spend with you is beside your gravestone, and I feel so sad